the doctor's office. I read those healthcare magazines. Um, I even read those pregnancy magazines and Newsweek. See how easy it is? It's not that hard. Number 4. Well, let's see. There's, of course, in the great history of America, there have been rulings that there's never going to be absolute consensus by every American, and there are those issues again, like Roe versus Wade, where I believe are best held on a state level and addressed there. So, going through the history of America, there would be others, but unquote. Sarah Palin, unable to name a Supreme Court decision she disagreed with other than Roe versus Wade, interview with Katie Couric. Okay. Uh, I'm not saying that I agree with her on Roe versus Wade, but my issue with abortion is that I don't believe that the taxpayers of this country should have to pay for somebody else's problem. If it's like by rape or incest or whatever, or like the mom's sick and if she has a baby will kill both of them, then yeah, I think that somebody should pay for that because it's a health issue. But if it's like you opened your legs and you decided to do it without protection, or you did do it with protection, you ended up pregnant, I think that's something that you need to pay for because that's your problem. And oh yeah, there is something that I want to say about welfare and food stamps, and it bothers me. Okay, my mom lives in a neighborhood where a lot of people do get it, and I hear them say, "I'm waiting for my check, my money. That's my money. That's my food." No, it's not. It's something that the taxpayers of this country, like my grandmother, that's their money. They're loaning it to you so you can feed your family and pay your bills and take care of yourself. That's just, it's not your money. That's all I want to say. Yeah. So, I just think that's funny. Oh, and then, they don't, the people in that neighborhood, and I know because I talked to them, they don't buy anything really that they need. I see a lot of the moms, instead of buying things for their kids that they need, they go and buy new shoes that they don't need. The mothers buy shoes for themselves. Okay, your kid's not wearing a shirt and he's on the bus, which I saw yesterday. Why do you need new shoes? I think your kid needs a shirt. So yeah, anyways. Number 5. Refudiate. Misunderestimate. Weed up. English is a living language. Shakespeare liked to coin new words too. Got to celebrate it. A tweet sent by Sarah Palin in response to being ridiculed for inventing the word refudiate, proudly mistaking her illiteracy for literacy genius. I can't say anything about this because I come up with words myself. Like, umgird. Yeah, that's not a word. But I like it, and I even put on a shirt. I think it's fun to come up with words. I mean, if I was running for president or vice president, or just afterwards, I wouldn't do it in public. It's like something that I do with my friends. I say a word, and like, I just came up with it, and that would be like a joke between us, but it's not something that I bring out to the public. Number 6. He who warned the British that they weren't going to be taken away our arms by ringing those bells and making sure as he's riding his horse through town to send those warning shots and bells that we were going to be sure and we were going to be free and we're going to be armed. Sarah Palin botching the history of Paul Revere's Midnight Ride. any 7th and 8th grader knows the story. I don't remember it exactly, but I know that it didn't happen the way she said. He didn't warn the British. I mean, you would be a traitor, I guess, if you did that at the time. That, we're coming. I mean, I think they figured that we were going to come at some point because they're on our land, but, yeah. Number 7, but obviously, we've got to stand with our North Korean ally, Sarah Palin, after being asked how she would handle the current hostilities between the two Koreas, interview on Glenn Beck's radio show. We have allies in North Korea. I didn't know that, because, every time they test a nuclear weapon, they send it towards us, and if they threaten us, if we're going to shoot it down, then that's going to be an act of war. I don't think allies do that. Okay, number 8. Especially within hours of a tragedy unfolding, journalists and pundits should not manufacture a blood libel that serves only to incite the very hatred and violence they purport to condemn. That is reprehensible. Yeah, reprehensible. Sarah Palin defending her fiery campaign rhetoric in the wake of the Arizona shooting massacre by invoking a phrase, blood libel, okay, that typically refers historically to the alleged murder of Christian babies by Jews. I'm not going to go there. I'm just not going to go there. Number 9. We used to hostile over the border for healthcare we received in Canada, and I think now isn't that ironic? I hope I'm reading that right, because the sun is glaring on the screen and I don't even know why I said it this way. We used to hostile over the border for healthcare There's an I there, but I think she meant hustle over the border for healthcare we received in Canada. And I think now isn't that ironic? Sarah Palin admitting that her family used to get treatment in Canada's single-payer healthcare system, despite having demonized such government-run programs as socialized medicine that will lead to death panel-like rationing. Really? That's not hypocritical at all. Oh, good, thank you, yes. Sarah Palin, after a notorious Canadian prank caller complimented her on the documentary about her life, Hustlers Nailing Palin. Okay, I'm done. I got an email. Okay, these people, FastWeb Scholarships, they keep sending me these emails saying, we found these scholarships for you. Yeah, after I have to sign up for a sponsor thing, I have to put my credit card information in. And the FAFSA program actually supports them doing this because they're the ones that routed me to their website. Yeah, no. Thank you. Yeah. This has been the Chris McCowan Show. I'm Chris McCowan. Have a good day.